There is one road course in all of NASCAR that this man has never won at. Just one. And this Sunday, Shane van Gisbergen is going back to finish the job, and the entire garage already knows there is almost nothing anyone can do to stop him. This is the story of the most dominant road course driver NASCAR has ever seen, the one track that keeps escaping him, and why this weekend at COTA could be the most anticipated road course race in years. Let's talk about what Shane van Gisbergen has done to this sport in the space of less than 3 full seasons, because the numbers are genuinely historic. He won on debut at the Chicago Street Course in 2023, the first driver in over 60 years to win on their NASCAR Cup debut. He then went full-time with Trackhouse Racing in 2025 and proceeded to do something that had never been done before: win 5 out of 6 road course races in a single Cup Series season. 5 wins. Mexico City, Chicago, Sonoma, Watkins Glen, Charlotte Roval. He led 278 of the 484 available laps across those 5 races. That is 57% of all available laps at road courses, dominated by one driver. He won the Cup Series Rookie of the Year award and became the fastest driver to 5 career Cup wins since Dan Gurney back in 1968. And now, heading into 2026, Red Bull has come calling. He is running the iconic Red Bull livery on the No. 97 Trackhouse Chevrolet this weekend at COTA, a car he described as looking epic, a number that means so much to his family that seeing it on the car for the first time was, in his own words, surreal. This is a man at the absolute peak of his powers. At the wheel of a car he is emotionally invested in, heading to a racetrack he has never won at. The stakes do not get much higher than this. So what exactly happened at COTA? Because the story is not simple. In 2024, in just his second Cup start at the Herman Tilke-designed Formula One circuit, Shane van Gisbergen was running well until Kyle Larson surged through on the final lap to beat him and Austin Hill to the checkered flag. He finished that race outside the top 20 with the Cowlick team in a part-time schedule. Then came 2025, his first COTA race as a full-time Trackhouse driver. And it went wrong again. Tire wear trouble cost him everything, and he crossed the line in 6th place. That 6th place finish at COTA last March was the last time he was beaten at a road course at the elite level of NASCAR. 6 road course attempts after that result, 5 victories. He has been essentially unbeatable everywhere else, and yet COTA remains on the list, a ghost that keeps following him around. He has been candid about it, admitting simply, "It's a track I like, but I've never gone well at." That kind of honesty from someone who goes everywhere else and destroys the competition makes COTA feel genuinely different, like the one puzzle he hasn't solved yet. And this weekend he is doing it in double duty, running both the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race on Saturday in the number 9 JR Motorsports Chevrolet and the Cup Series race on Sunday in his number 97 Trackhouse machine. In 2024, the Xfinity race at COTA was the one that got away too. That was the race where Larson surged through on the final lap to pip him. So he has unfinished business in both series at this circuit. That is a lot of motivation to walk into Austin with. He is also drawn on a completely different source of experience for this specific track. Supercars visited COTA back in 2013 on a similarly shortened layout to the one NASCAR now uses, and he picked up a pair of 5th place finishes and a 3rd that weekend. He knows the track. He knows the layout. The results have just never materialized. When asked about the shortened course configuration NASCAR now runs at COTA, he was enthusiastic. It just gives everyone more passing opportunities and more laps. You get to use the better part of the track more often. What they came up with, using the next cut-through, made another passing zone and a pretty tough corner off the back straight. That is not a driver talking about a circuit he fears. That is a driver who has already worked out where the opportunity lies. The drivers trying to beat him this weekend know they are up against something close to impossible, and they are saying so out loud. Tyler Reddick, who has already won the Daytona 500 and the Atlanta race this season, and is chasing a historic 3 wins from 3 starts to open 2026, has been blunt about what road courses feel like when SVG is in the field. "It drives me nuts going to a road course and just getting dusted by Shane," Reddick said. "So we've been working really hard on our road course program, looking at some things. We've had decent speed firing off, and that's just not good enough. We've been working hard, trying things, seeing what things are like in sim." The defending COTA winner Christopher Bell is coming into this race off the back of a brutal start to 2026 crashes at both Daytona and Atlanta. Bell is the only driver with 3 podium finishes at this specific track and has never finished lower than 3rd in any COTA race he completed, so if anyone can spoil the party, it might be him. And then there is Ross Chastain, the man who has actually won at COTA and who is SVG's own Trackhouse teammate. Chastain summed up the absurdity of his own situation better than anyone. "At least for one more week I can say I've won at COTA, and he has not." He added with a grin that he would actually be happy finishing 3rd behind SVG and fellow Trackhouse driver Connor Zilisch before catching. "Try being me on the road course as a Trackhouse driver. It's tough, but I love the challenge. I want the best people around me. I do not want to be the smartest person in the room." Zilisch, in fact, is the other man every preview is circling as a genuine threat. Winning 10 races in 32 starts, including 4 consecutive victories, is stepping up to the Cup Series for 2,026 inches. Number 88 Red Bull Trackhouse Chevrolet, making him the youngest driver to enter the Daytona 500 since Joey Logano back in 2009. He already has history with SVG at road courses, having beaten him in an epic one-on-one duel at Sonoma last year in the Xfinity race. COTA on Saturday in the O'Reilly Series could be a preview of what Sunday in the Cup race looks like: 2 Red Bull Trackhouse drivers going door-to-door at the one circuit SVG needs most. There is also a number worth pausing on. With 9 wins in 21 Cup and Xfinity starts across all NASCAR road and street courses, Shane van Gisbergen sits 2nd on the all-time NASCAR road course wins list. That is a 43% win rate. Nearly 1 in every 2 road course starts he enters, he wins. With a full season of Cup experience now under his belt, with momentum from a 6th place finish at Atlanta just last weekend, his best oval result yet, and with the motivation of being the only top-tier road course he hasn't crossed off his list, COTA this Sunday feels like everything is pointing in one direction. And when asked how he approaches road courses compared to the oval races he is still learning, he said it perfectly. "They are like a holiday for us. We just go and enjoy ourselves and hopefully come away with a lot of points and a great result." A holiday. That is how one of the most decorated road course drivers in NASCAR history describes a race that has the rest of the garage absolutely dreading Sunday morning. What do you think? Does SVG finally check COTA off the list this Sunday, or does someone like Reddick, Bell, or Zilisch find a way to spoil the party? And if he wins, does that make him the most dominant road course driver in NASCAR history without any argument? Drop your predictions in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more NASCAR news. I'll catch you in the next one.